It's like the rush of flowing waters, surrounded by the beauty of nature, oblivious of everyday chaos. That's Adaba 80.9 FM. The beauty that brings order to our everyday struggles.
The world moves at a fast pace, and news breaks with the same speed.
Sometimes you find the news, and sometimes the news finds you.
All stations can keep up. At Adaba FM, we'll not only give you news at the speed of nanosecond, but we'll also break it down with up-to-date analysis, informed opinions, and distinct professionalism. That's why you love us. Adaba 88.9 FM, your go-to station.
Good afternoon. Here is Global News, and I am Monique Ola Ugidon in the news. President Tinubu's 2025 budget projects lower inflation. Ghana's Supreme Court upholds anti-LGBTQ bill. 13 dead in naval speedboat collision off Mumbai coast.
This is the news.
President Bola Tinubu says the 2025 budget forecasts decline in inflation from current 34.6% to 15% next year. He made this known during his presentation of the 49.7 trillion naira 2025 budget proposal to a joint session of the National Assembly on Wednesday. The president also said that the exchange rates will improve from approximately 1,700 naira per dollar to 1,500 naira. He also said the budget projections are based upon observations such as reduction of petroleum products importation, increased export of finished petroleum products, bumper harvest driven by enhanced security, reducing reliance on food imports, amongst others. Tinubu listed highlights of the budget to include defense and security with 4.91 trillion naira, infrastructure 4.06 trillion naira, health 2.4 trillion naira, education 3.5 trillion naira, among others. Meanwhile, Senate President Godswill Akpabio says the Nigerian government will extend the life of the 2024 budget till June 2025. In the meantime, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has faulted the 2025 budget presentation, describing it as unrealistic and insincere. In a statement, PDP National Publicity Secretary Debo Ologunagba says the budget was anti-people. The statement warns that the budget's implementation will worsen insecurity, poverty, and despair across the nation. Away from Nigeria now, Ghana's Supreme Court has dismissed challenges to the anti-LGBTQ bill, paving way for the bill to become law. The court's decision comes after two rights groups filed separate challenges to the bill to declare it illegal and prevent the outgoing President Nana Akufo-Addo from signing it into law. The bill's passage has been met with widespread criticism from human rights groups who argue that it would institutionalize state-sanctioned discrimination and violence against LGBTQ+ individuals. Earlier this year, lawmakers passed a bill imposing 3 years in prison for people identified as LGBTQ and 5 years for forming or funding LGBT groups. The bill, considered one of Africa's most draconian anti-LGBT laws, has been condemned by the UN. In Liberia, the embattled Speaker, House of Representatives, has been questioned by the police after a huge fire at the West African nation's legislature. The fire occurred a day after plans to remove Jonathan Fonati Kofa from his speaker role, which sparked a tense protest. Several demonstrators, including an aide to former President George Weah, were arrested during Tuesday's protests. 4 individuals, including Representative Frank Foko, who had allegedly threatened to burn the joint chambers, and just a day after it was burned, have also been brought in for questioning. You're listening to Global News on 88.9 FM Akure, and we're transmitting from Ilaramoki. After the break, 13 dead in naval speedboat collision off Mumbai coast. Details in the second part of the bulletin. Please stay with us.
My children are athletes. From the moment they wake up, they keep playing and learning. So, when I pack the new Milo NS snacks into their lunchbox, I'm giving them a delicious snack with the goodness of malt, milk, cocoa, and crunchy Niger-grown maize containing calcium, iron, and fiber.
Milo and Snacks, snack of future champions to help your kids refuel and keep winning all day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! Oh boy, Bajaj Boxer get better wood this December. Oh, hey. Not be to refit data for only 1,110,000 naira. Hey, this one a better. Oh. Yes, so sharply visit the dealer when near you pass to enjoy them. Offer they available while stock last. Some days fast. Blow the trumpet, hello, go, go, go. Everywhere you go, go, go. Everybody go, lo, lo, lo. We go enjoy, so we make it celebrate. It's a yellow, yellow Christmas, so we celebrate. When you hear the bell, everybody celebrate. It's a yellow, yellow Christmas, so we celebrate. We do it anyway, any place.
Disconnect from distractions. Go make a difference this season. Merry Christmas from MTN.
The news on Adaba 88.9 FM.
Many thanks for staying tuned. For news update and live streaming, please visit our website www.adaba889.fm or download Adaba FM app on Google Play Store. You can be part of us on our social media platforms www.facebook.com/Adaba FM 88.9 on Facebook, at Adaba 889 FM on Instagram, as well as on X, and Adaba FM TV on YouTube. You can also provide us information via email, newsroom@adaba889.fm. And now to the rest of the news. UK government is considering sending troops to train Ukrainians armed forces. Defense Secretary John Healey has been in the capital Kyiv to discuss plans to provide more support to Ukraine in the coming year. He declined to give details of those plans, but defense sources say he has not ruled out sending UK troops to Ukraine to help train. However, US President-elect Donald Trump has promised to try to bring an end to the war. President-elect Donald Trump has called on Republican lawmakers to reject a bipartisan funding bill. Trump urged Congress to scrap the deal and pass a streamlined bill. The president-elect's intervention followed heavy criticism of the bill by tech billionaire Elon Musk. Trump threatened to unseat any Republican that will vote in favor of the current version of the bill, which was unveiled on Tuesday by House and Senate leaders. Report has it that a short-term funding bill will need to be passed by Congress by the end of the week to prevent many federal government offices from shuttering beginning on Saturday. At least 100 North Korean soldiers have been killed in fighting in the Ukraine war since entering combat on the Russian side earlier this month. A South Korean member of parliament, Lee Sung-kwon, said another 1,000 had been injured. It emerged in October that the North had sent 10,000 troops to help Russia's war efforts, but there were reports of preparations for additional deployments and that North Korean leader Kim Jong-un could oversee training. At least 13 people have died after an Indian naval speedboat lost control and hit a passenger ferry off the coast of Mumbai. Report says 3 naval personnel are among the dead, while more than 100 people have been rescued. Maharashtra State Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis said an inquiry has been ordered to find out what led to the collision. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also offered condolences to the families of the victims of the incident, calling the incident saddening. He also announced $2,352 for the families of the deceased, as well as 50,000 rupees for those injured in the accident. And now to end global news, a recap of our top stories. We told you earlier that President Bola Tinubu's 2025 budget has projected a decline in inflation from current 34.6 to 15% next year. And also, we told you that Ghana's Supreme Court has dismissed challenges to the anti-LGBT bill, paving way for the bill to become law. Finally, at least 13 people have lost their lives after an Indian naval speedboat lost control off the coast of Mumbai. That's it on Global News, as edited by Patience Ibe.